going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa here, and I'm so excited to bring you Treat Yourself by New Found Glory, the third track single that they've released from their upcoming 2026 album. And so far, they're 3 for 3. I'm really excited. I feel like New Found Glory have been firing on all cylinders for a while, ever since X times Infinity album came out, I think in like 2021, and I loved that album. And this is just more, there's so much riffage and goodness in this song. It took me a while to figure out, but let's dive right in. I think we are in standard tuning. Possible we're in drop D. Let me know in the comments below. But I am definitely doing this in standard because it definitely works really well there. So the intro chords are C sharp 5, E5, A5, and B5. And the rhythm is really fast. You don't have to play it like this, but it's... So that's just down, down, up, down, up, down, up for each of them. Now, as you're flying through this, make sure and give yourself enough time to lift to transition between the chords. Notice if I slow it down, the last 1 or 2 strums, my hand is completely off transitioning to the next chord, and you don't notice that at the that high speed. Okay, if you don't want to go that fast with the strum pattern, you could go da 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 down, 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 up, down. You could do that. That's much more manageable. So either of those will work. And then for the lead, we've got I'm just barring 9 and 9 on strings 2 and 3. And I've got my finger bent backwards in a way that it blocks the thinnest string and actually blocks the D string as well. And then my palm is muting strings 6 and 5. So I'm able to strum that without worrying about hitting the other strings. And I'm doing the same strum pattern essentially as those intro chords. And then I actually don't fully go through the strum pattern. I kind of stopped there to get ready for... So just leave that bar with that index finger during that part there, and you can use all downstrokes on those quarter note triplets. Great example of quarter note triplets throughout this song. The second time it's... So you get a couple of bonus notes in that, and then it switches to a different thing. I'm thinking of all of this as being in like C sharp minor pentatonic kind of, and then we're starting at 11 on the 4th string, and then jumping back to 8 on the next string. This goes out. This takes us out of pentatonic, and then slide up to 9, but I'll pick. Then we go to 11, but I'm doing a grace note hammer on from 9 to 11, like that. And then just walking back down. And then same ending as before. And then you can end it either on an E or like a C sharp. When we go into this short instrumental kind of down section before the verse, it's just hanging on that C sharp, and then 3 big hits of E5, and then the second time, 3 palm muted hits of that low E5. So it's the same chord, just down an octave. All you hear is how everyone hates this world, but what other options do they got? Then for the verse, we're alternating between down, down, up, down, up, down, up, but with palm mute, and then those quarter note triplets on the A5, and then back to C sharp, and then quarter note triplets on E5, but no palm muting. Third time, it's a little different, okay? So we do what I call the Tom DeLonge chord, 6 and 9, to 7 and 9. and then it does it again. But then we get this bonus measure of 2/4, a meter of 2/4, where we do that again. And then we get into the pre-chorus, which is really cool, and I'm going. Okay. That I actually missed a lot of those notes the first time figuring this out. I was just playing it as chords. I was like, oh, there's single notes in there. So this F sharp, kind of a standard like punk rock rhythm, but you can do that all with downstrokes. And then palm mute 2024, and then same thing with A5, B5, 4 hits palm muted. Now, you could just do single notes on the B. To set you up for that position, if that's easier. But I'm doing a power chord. And then transitioning out of it. Palm mute. And then no palm mute on that final note, that 4, that's on the 5th string. Then we get into the chorus. So fun. How did I not think of this riff? How has no one come up with this riff? Because this chord progression's been done a lot of times. Similar rhythms have been done, but it's never been done quite like this. It's so good. You want to start with an upstroke. You always want to do upbeats with an upstroke. So that downbeat, do a miss or do a muted hit. So you're going to go up, up, down on C sharp 5 and A5. And then we'll fill in that space. And then same thing with E5 to B5. So up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Very important there. Then we're back to our instrumental and then straight into verse 2. And I believe everything is the same there. And then we have another pre-chorus, which is the same. And our second chorus is the same, but it's doubled. And then at the end, I forgot to talk about what happens in the first chorus. Sorry. So the first time it's... After the A5, the second time we go 4 hits of F sharp 5, 4 hits of the B5. My bad. So the complete chorus... like that. And at the end of the second chorus, after, we're going to do a measure of C5, which is cool. That kind of leads us into the solo. So for the solo, we get this really cool riff underneath that's like unique in and of itself. Usually you just get like boring power chords, but we have a really cool riff that is going to become our bridge riff as well. And it goes... little bluesy thing there. So we got 6 and 7 here on strings 5 and 4. And just leave those in place as you add the 7th fret on the 4th string with the 3rd finger. Then we go to 6 and 4 with, I'm going to use finger 3 and finger 1, and I'm going to block all those thinner strings with my index finger. And I'm using my pinky to grab that higher note. Then we go to A5, and I found it best to go open. If you've ever played an open position blues, then you've seen this before. And then same thing with the B5. That's a big stretch there. You could use the middle finger, but I recommend using a 3rd finger for this. And then just getting used to that stretch right there. Then the solo, you're going to bar the 9th fret on the first 3 strings. Be thinking C sharp minor pentatonic box 1. So that's kind of the shape that I'm seeing. But as you bar, kill each previous note with your picking hand. So if you let them ring together, it's not good. So we want to, I'm using the edge of my thumb to kill each previous note as I go to pick a new one. And then 12th fret on the second string, 10-9, 10-9. And then we have this little shape here, 11, 9, 9, 11, 9, 11, 9. And that's kind of our rhythm there as well. The second time is almost the same. You're gonna have this cool little bend. You can either do a pre-bend, but I think it's okay if you bend into it and come back. Bend your 9 up to 10, and then release. Make sure you're muting properly with your picking hand. I think I have another video about pick hand muting somewhere on my channel. Otherwise, you're gonna get a lot of string noise with that. And then same ending. And then we're into our bridge, which is the same riff that we just went through for the solo. And then at the end of the interlude, we end it the same way as we ended the pre-choruses, and then we're into that down chorus. And it does that for a while, and then builds back in, comes back in, feels great, and then we're back to an intro. And there's a little shreddy thing that happens at the very end of the song. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Let me know if you really want me to figure it out. But I'm tired because this song is a lot. But I love it. I love it. And I've had a lot of fun jamming out and playing along to it. So let me know what you think of the Newfound Glory song. If you're interested in guitar lessons, check this out. If you are looking for extra help with your guitar playing, check out unlimitedguitar.com. It's awesome. We meet once a week. You also send me videos of your playing throughout the week, and I send you a video response of what I think you're doing great and what I think you can work on next. And you get access to all of my lesson material. So yeah, check it out, unlimitedguitar.com. And I will see you in the next times.